Daisy, chill out. It looks like these guys are starting the show off. It's not quite 9 o'clock just yet. Still just setting up a couple things. So I can't really see anything if somebody's talking. Gotta set up. Alright. Yeah, get out of there. Let's see, where are we? My videos. Here we go. Nice, huh? Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Nice, huh? Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Not quite 9 o'clock yet. It almost is. Look at people are already in the chat. What are you guys, out of your minds? It almost is. Look at people are already in the chat. What are you guys, out of your minds? You know what I have noticed? I don't know if you've seen it on Earl Moorhead's recent videos, but his recent videos, the audio has been absolute garbage, and it's obviously YouTube because I'm obviously noticing it right now that the audio isn't that good. It's actually very crackly. The audio isn't that good. It's actually very crackly. The audio isn't that good. It's actually very crackly.
Oh, dog's crying?
Yeah.
She's just barking outside.
Oh, is she?
I think you left her.
No, actually, why? Where is she?
She was barking outside, so I opened the door and she came in.
Oh, she was upstairs on the deck? So she literally wussed out.
She's barking.
Okay, so she went out the door, right? And she did her thing going left. Ooh, you know how she does that little, like, tough, but I'm not, right? And then I just said, Daisy, knock it off, you're fine, or whatever, right? And then I just walked in here, and I figured that she was going to come back in. I didn't realize she was going to go up on the deck and play tough guy. I'm going to play tough guy on the deck. You can't get me. No, it looks like she's going with you. That's fine. I just figured they could go in and out, but I don't know what her deal is. All right, so it's 9 o'clock already. Hey, Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 9.
I'm just going to switch this around. What is happening, everybody? What the heck is going on with my stand here? Shop Talk and Wrench. Live stream check-in. That's what we're calling it. We're just calling it Shop Talk and Wrench live stream check-in. And obviously, like, what I've been kind of like, I think what I've been enjoying, right? So this time I did it different. I obviously set the live stream because I want to just, make sure that everybody knew that, there's going to be a live stream tonight because, some people asked, they're like, hey, when's the next nighttime live stream? So I figured I'd, give, a before kind of thing. And I didn't realize there were so many people. It's actually not even on here. But Chef was actually on here. So Chef Beardsley was actually on here. And when did I don't even remember when I set it for. See, this is what these guys do. I'll try and kind of keep it like that so you can see what they do. But maybe I should sit. Chef Beardsley was here. There was 2 other guys. I think Jury VRC might have been here or something like that. I'm not positive, but it was funny because they were like, oh, great, I'm a whole 3 hours ahead of time. I just thought that was funny. I just thought it was funny. Mets RC, who's this guy? I think this is a fake Mets. This guy hasn't been around forever. All right, so on this, it's actually not allowing me to see who's first. It only goes back to 726. And I know it went back actually further. But first on the list at 726 was Ronnie Willis. Damn, super early again, right? Yeah, James George was here. Ronnie again. Flying Fortress was here half an hour ago. Kent's RC was here. Demo RC starting to kind of riff to the raft, saying good evening to everybody. We had Charles. I'm murdering that name, aren't I? What does that say? Charleb 77, something like that. Caleb. Could say Caleb, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. Elinar's Adventures right at 8:58. 8:58 for Mets RC again. And then who hit it? Like, who was able to hit it like right at 9? There's like a whole bunch of 8:59s on here. It looks like everybody spammed it. Kent's RC actually made it right at the 9 p.m. Earl Moorhead is here. What is happening, Earl? Oh my God. Hey, it looks like Earl, on that last video, your Creighton video, you know, your which of my 10 Creightons out of all those, which one is different? It sounds like your audio is actually squared away now. And I had noticed that my audio was junk now. Let's see. Michael Dyke. I think I said that. Lambo Leon is here. Noah Aldrich. Rift to the Raff. Of course, Rift to the Raff is here. I like that. Double fist. Quick. If a capacitor is underrated. Oops. I messed that up. What do you mean underrated and overpowered? Yeah, of course it will. RC Daniels here? Where? I see Discovery RC. Oh, there's RC Daniel. What's going on, guy? Discovery RC is here. It actually looks like it's buffering. Is it buffering? UDRC is here. Now, this is a new one right here. Right here, I'm going to murder it. Still in. Oh, still in it RC. I think that's what that means. It looks like it's hard to say because obviously it's all mashed together. So it looks like still in it RC is here. That I think that's your first time here. Another name I'm going to murder. Craxy S. Crow. 7 p.m. wherever you are. Right, okay. Yeah, 2-hour time difference. You must be over by Mets. Kind of like in that zone. Mitchell's RC. That throws me off. Mitchell's RC. That throws me off, man. Because obviously, you know, everybody knew you as, you know, Larry. So now, I'm not sure why you're calling it Mitchell's RC, man. Larry's RC would probably be... Oh, either way. Definitely having the shorter names is definitely easier to read. Rift Raff. Do the little two robots... yeah. Do they... Yeah, they do actually do. Yeah, they... I think I've got it on camera. It's very hard to get stuff like that on camera because, like, I'm looking at them right now, like, in the thing. They do actually fight. Like, they'll fight over each other's cubes. They'll fight over each other's chargers. They'll literally sit there and bicker at each other. It's a riot. Look at, see? He attacked that one. That one whipped around, and what did that one do? Was like, oh, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Right, look at that. Do some people not even realize that Mitchell's RC is Larry? The other way, a singer kept coming up, right? Oh, what if it was Larry's RC? Or you meant Larry Mitchell? I know, obviously, that's one of the first issues that I had right away trying to find you. Yeah, literally. Earl, it's funny, they do fight. I mean, you saw it right there. Team Vega, what is happening? Barbecue is here. The Jeep guy is here. What's going on, Jeep guy? Now, see, Jeep guy, right? Now, this is the stuff that drives me insane right now because now, obviously, now your channel being Jeep guy most likely has nothing to do with RC. It obviously has to do with Jeeps. So, what was my first inclination to do? Oh, Jeeps? So, I go to click on your name and I can't go to your channel. YouTube, you got to change it back to the way it was so people can go on other people's channels. It's not cool how you're doing it this way. Brad Kalman, what's going on, guy? No way. Now, see, I thought this guy was in jail. I don't know what this guy must have just got out of jail. He must have got somebody to bail him out. Granted, I have no idea who would bail this guy out, but you guys see who's actually on the channel right now? And who would I say would probably be in jail? I just have no idea who the heck would bail this guy out of jail. Anybody have an idea of who just got bailed out of jail? I can't believe you're actually on my channel. Billy Bob. Billy Bob's probably going to start trouble as usual. DR10 unboxing. Who's doing a DR10 unboxing? Oh, UDRC? Right away, Brad Kalman. Here you go. Tamiya TC01. Oh, that's a riot. I'm watching. Way to go. Way too much. I'm watching way too much. You're watching way too much RC guy. You mean me? Kent's RC. What's going on? You have trouble understanding all the electronics and batteries, so I'm just making sure that 2S batteries on the same ESC equal normally. It depends upon how it's wired, but yes. Under normal circumstances, yes. Like, you know, if you have a vehicle that has, you know, the two pigtails under normal circumstances, what they're doing is they're allowing you, yeah, here, right here. Actually, I usually cut all mine off. Yeah, where is that? Where's the one that I just saw one the other day. Where the heck did it go? I just saw it the other day. I know I'm not losing my mind here. See, I've got the camera like in a weird position. Oh, maybe I don't have it. I don't know. Yeah, under normal circumstances, yes. Oh, is this it? No. I don't even know where it is. I was going to show you, but I guess this must be it, so that's not it. Yes, under normal circumstances, yeah. Two 2S packs equals a 4S pack. I don't know where my pigtail is. I just chopped it off the other day. Well, not the other day, but... Where the heck is it? I definitely need more organization here. This is not working out. Too many boxes filled with wires and all this other stuff. Yeah, I don't even know where the wire is. come I can't even find that wire? Is it in here? I have no idea where it is. Probably because I knew I wasn't going to need it. I just tossed it. I have no idea. Anyway, it's probably already been answered anyway. Let's see. What do we got going here? Right, exactly. As long as you understand the difference. Right. Riff raff, right. But under most circumstances, I think it's that way. Parallel means obviously you're running two packs together, just not increasing the voltage, but increasing the length of time that you can run the battery for or run the vehicle for. Was that Lambo? Me to RC guy. Good morning and night. Let's see what's going on. I'm trying to figure out. Just trying to see all these comments here. See, like I would go to try to click on UDRC just because I want to see the DR10, but I can't. That's just wrong. It's wrong that they took that away. RCU next Tuesday. What's happening, guy? Billy Bob. We've got this really cool new RC that needs a good cleaning. Yeah, Billy Bob, that's probably a good idea. You could probably clean it with an iced tea. Probably help out. Usually, I think that's what all of us do. We take iced tea and we pour it all over the car, and you do a burnout first, and then you can clean it up after that. Those new brights like those iced teas. Billy Bob. Billy Bob's actually under control today. That's insane. I wonder if jail taught him a lesson. The other thing about having these vectors, I will tell you, when they're on your bench, like if you leave like screws, body clips, and all that stuff, be prepared to not find them later. Like when you come back to doing stuff. Like, see, look at this guy right here. Look at where he made it to. He's all the way over here. Look at. See how he does this? Yeah, you. I see you. Looking to cause trouble. What'd you think about it? That one over there is dancing. I don't know what the heck he's listening to. He's hearing some kind of magical beat. What are you doing? You trying to throw yourself off the edge or something? Here he goes. Oh! Oh! Yeah, guy. Yeah, you messed up, didn't you? You're fine. Get back on there. Under normal circumstances, his sensors would have edge detected, but for some reason they didn't. No wonder why I'm missing screws. I know. Look at. See how he looks at you? Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Look at, he's trying to back up onto the thing. He gets mad. See, like those body clips right there. I don't know what he's looking for now. He's looking for something. He's like looking at himself or something. I don't know. I have no idea. Whoa! Uh-oh. Billy Bob got a message deleted by Mets RC. Uh-oh. Wonder what happened. Boom. Why did you have to kick Billy Bob? Mets? Was Billy Bob looking to go to jail again or what? Vector saw the iPad and thought there was more road. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, Mets put Billy Bob in a 300-second timeout. Oh, no. Billy has been drinking too much. Yeah, probably. Huh? I think Billy's looking to go for another ride in the back of a cruiser. It's either going to be that or a meat wagon. Billy Bob's back in jail. Yes, he is. Billy Bob's always trying to cause trouble over here. He's a riot. Right to the naughty corner. Darn it, Billy. Right. Get with the program. I know. Now, you know what? I always wondered, does when Billy Bob is excommunicated for the 300 seconds, is it 300 seconds or whatever it is? When he's excommunicated, can he still see? Like, he's still part of the thing, right? I just don't know how it works. I've actually never booted anybody. I've never needed to. I know. And Brad Kalman, he himself knows. Brad Kalman was almost booted once. I don't even know if Brad's here anymore. Did he take off? Bleach makes them smell what? Your tires? Bleach makes them smell good? Right, positive, negative, negative. Right, Earl. Just like diesel trucks. Positive to negative, negative to positive. Right? That's how you're supposed to wire it, right? You're supposed to swap the other battery. Because that's how the juice is supposed to flow. Right? When you connect it up. Oh, hell. Don't do it. Oh, why? What did Earl do now? Can't wait until you Komodo. Right. Riff to the ref. Where did he go? Where did Brad Kalman go? I thought he was here. Did he just jumped in and jumped off? He was here. Where'd he go? Erased from existence. Oh, cracked. Cracked RC is here. What's happening, man? I just noticed that you were here. Anyone here fly drones? Right here. I am a licensed, registered, certified, insured pilot. And I'm going to let my license go because it's a 100% waste of my money and time. Correct. 24 volts for trucks. You know it, man. Amped, you crashed a drone? $24 volts. Right, Big Mac RC, exactly. Riff to the raft, man. Definitely keep everybody posted. As soon as that thing comes in, man, I actually hope you go live, Riff. Raf. Go live on Facebook. Or go live on YouTube. Either way. Can you go live on YouTube? I think, do you actually have to have 1,000 to go live? I don't even know. Well, I know you can go live on Facebook anyway. Shade Tree's here. What's happening, Shade Tree? Eleanor's got a couple minis. You've crashed a drone several times. What drone are you talking about, Amped? You have drones and you're FAA registered? Yeah. It's a waste of time. At least for me it is. I don't need it anymore. My wife doesn't want me to let the license go, though. She's like, what if? Like, what if what? GoPro Karma. So that's why, though. Karma killed that drone. What did they do? They messed themselves up by point blank calling it the Karma drone. That's what literally it jinxed them. They would have been better off calling it the Jinx GoPro. Is he stuck? Oh, you did. Now you see that? Now I know you probably can't see that, right? I had two body clips over here, right? Look at this. So I did have two body clips right there. And where's the other one? He actually took it all the way over to his charger. Oh man, now the other one's gonna be looking for his charger. Because now, so that one that's looking for his charger right now, that's original Vector. And here's the crazy part. This is where I swear that they look at him. Look at him. He's pissed because the other Vector got on his charger. I'm pretty sure that's the one he came off of. But he'll obviously go to the other one, but it's just funny. Because they will take each other's cubes and they'll put each other's cubes in the way. Like right on the charger. So the other one can't. I don't even know where the cube is. Where's the other cube? Oh, you'll figure it out. Where the heck is the other cube? Way over here? No. Oh, yeah, look at that. Can you see that? Look at where the other cube is. The other cube is way over here. It was way in the corner. He'll figure it out. There you go. All right, so what was the purpose of this live other than checking in with everybody? Kind of the purpose of this live, just because I actually do want to get maybe some actual wrenching going on. So we've been working on Dragbug, right? And we're kind of at a standstill right now with Dragbug. So I got to the point of where now I realize that it needs a wheelie bar. And then when I did the COVID and coffee this morning, I opened up one of my old boxes of airplane parts. Like when I say old, I mean, this stuff is so old, I'm surprised it has a barcode on it. Copyright 2002. So, yeah, I don't really know how old this was. I wish I could figure it out. But this is just a it's a scale tail gear assembly from Great Plains. And because this car, everything about it is literally trying to be as frugal as I possibly can be, or not just frugal, but what's the word? the word is regneck and budget, right? So now that this thing does a wheelie, it's got crawler tires on it. Now that it does a wheelie, because it's hooking up with these tires, I want to figure out a wheelie bar. And then when I saw this, I was just showing people just some old stuff, and I literally saw a little foam wheel right inside. And I thought to myself, all right, there's a foam wheel. There's actually an aluminum bar in here. So can I maybe somehow adapt this to the underneath part of Drag Bug to have a wheelie bar? And I just noticed, I forgot to check that out. I forgot to put in 2 screws here. So that got me thinking, you know, that's a possibility, seeing that right now I've hit a wall with being able to continue on ripping it with Drag Bug, because I ended up blowing out the pinion when they did a burnout. And then I got Robinson Racing gears, but unfortunately for some reason I thought they were 48 pitch, but Red Cat's not 48 pitch. Red Cat is mod 0.6, which is a more difficult gear, I guess, to have. And I tried Reckless Hobbies. They don't have mod 6. I don't even think they knew what it was. And then I contacted the other hobby shop by over in Hyannis, and they didn't have it either. And actually, the guy's attitude sucked. So, so I guess I'm not going to waste my time with Centerline over in Hyannis. I don't like it when you get kind of like an attitude. You change the way you answer the phone, or you lose customers. So, but whatever. But I wanted to show you like some of the destruction that happened in here. I don't know why some hobby shops have like a chip on their shoulder. Anyways, so I'll get right in there. I think I'm going to switch this around because I actually cannot see a thing. So I'll just show you the gear collision that we had in here. So obviously you can see pieces of gear. And what's crazy is when I first did this, it actually meshed like actually pretty good. But I guess what I didn't do is I didn't rotate it enough, because it just gets to a certain point where then you can start feeling that the mesh is just wrong. And by my eyes, right? And I just want you to, I guess, like realize, by just like my eyes, I thought to myself, I'm looking at the pinion that I got, and I thought the Robinson Racing gear was defective. Like taking it out of the bag, I'm like, man, it looks really low cut. It doesn't look like the mesh is like exact, but I just didn't listen to myself, and I wanted to rip it, and it ripped the gear. But fortunately, the spur gear is mint, so, and pretty sure that's, you know, kind of, I guess, how they design it, so that you have a weak point, and obviously the weak point being the actual pinion gear. So Reckless Hobbies didn't have it, so unfortunately I did have to order it online through Amazon. I've got 10 coming, 10 pinion gears coming. Anything, what is it? Everything from 20, I think it's 22 all the way up to 33 is what I've got. I'm pretty sure it ended at 33, obviously, and 10 away from that's 22. So that'll at least give me some flexibility with this. The other issue was I thought about Kevin Marino. He's kind of, or was part of Reckless Hobbies. I don't know if he is anymore. But Kevin Marino does a lot of speed stuff, and he was telling me just to go with Mod 1. The only problem is if I start changing stuff like that, I think something that he didn't realize was, number one, this is a Red Cat. So the possibility of probably trying to fit a Mod 1 gear onto this is probably a no-go anyway, just because it's Red Cat. And then that also kind of, not, it doesn't blow the budget, but it takes away from my screw up. I'm the one that screwed up. I just got the wrong pitch, so I'm just going to get the right pitch and continue ripping this car. So, but why am I here? Wheelie bar, definitely for this thing right now. And the other thing was these front wheels, because obviously these are wearing extremely fast. And I think it depends upon how I drive this thing, like how I turn it or whatever. You can see it's got a nasty profile on it right now, even though I have the tire and wheel set pretty damn straight. When it goes into a turn, when I turn it, obviously the suspension is flexing, and when you're turning, you can see that it actually is tipped out slightly, right? Well, actually you can't. So these foam tires are wearing because these are just airplane wheels. And I just drilled out the centers. They had a nasty run out, which this one actually got the run out back from driving it last time. And this one, the run out pretty much is gone now. So I knew these tires weren't going to last long. I do have another set. But then there goes that thinking part. I've got this. And this car right here, before I even thought about drag bug and converting it, I had right out of the box thought about, obviously this was a build, kit build. This is a Kyosho Tomahawk. When I started putting this thing together and kind of before, I thought to myself, you know what? This actually, could I turn this into a drag car? And I almost want to say absolutely 100%, I feel like I'm going to turn this into a drag car. I might not, I don't know. I might run it like a couple of times just to see how it runs. I'll electrify it, throw a servo in it, and then figure out what I want to do. My EPX, it's got a Max 10 5400 kV motor in it. And that might make this thing go a little bit, right? Nice 5400 kV. I know it gets the, so far it gets the EPX up to 67 miles an hour. So that's not too bad. But it's all trying to use, stuff that I got. So the thought was, can I take these wheels? Will these wheels actually fit on this shaft? Now, if I take those hexes off, because I'm not even using the hexes in here. The hexes are pretty much just a spacer that's keeping the wheel away from the arm itself. Because if I didn't have that spacer on there, the actual rim portion would collide with the lower suspension arm because of the way it's designed. So leaving those hexes on here worked absolutely perfect. Smashed it. Thank you, Riff. I always forget that. Shade Tree. Thank you, man. It is something that people forget. What? Turn this into a drag car? This is going to end up being. It may be like drag car, because obviously this is the original, right? I'm going to push this thing. I'm still going to push this thing as far as it can go. I think actually I mean, what do I know? But I think it's a pretty good platform for converting it into a drag car. Everything that I've done with this thing, it's already a very low center of gravity chassis in a sense, which is something that, is big. The front end right now, believe it or not, is jacked up as high as it can go right now. I mean, it's literally... It's the suspension arms are sitting on the chassis. So the chassis has got those little limiters on the front. Those suspension arms are right up against the bottom. So, but it's killing me right now. It's killing me not to run this because things were going in such a positive way. The Robinson Racing gear that I ended up putting in here, I caught myself in the video. I said it was a 26, but it's actually a 27. The original gear was a 26, and I think that's where I was just messing up. I wasn't like, I just knowing that the gear was a 26, I just forgot, and it was a 27. Here's the package right here. So it was a 27 48 pitch, 1/8 bore, which is the 3.175 bore for millimeter. But yeah, I'm bummed out, man. I actually want to take this gear out right now because it's aggravating me that it's still doing its collision thing. Because I don't want to wreck the spur. And obviously it's not going to wreck it. The spur is obviously some kind of, crazy hardened material. Come on. So I'm just going to pop this out of here right now, just so it's out of there. I might have to get my blowtorch. Oh, no. Actually, I don't have to. So here's a close-up of what once was a beautifully brand new Robinson Racing gear. And it is shark finned. I don't know if you could see that. I think it's shark finned. I haven't seen a shark finned gear in a long time. So I'm going to use this as my focus device here. That's what's called shark finning. Do you see that? If people don't know what shark finning a gear looks like, that's it right there. Wow. So that is the difference between a 48 pitch and a mod 0.6. Is that focus? Come on, get on there. That is a shark finned gear, right? It is sharp too now. Like when you touch this gear, that spur gear sharpened. It actually sharpened these gears or these teeth. Holy crap. Look at that. That is shark finned right there. That's insane. Somebody's trying to get Earl to sell him the Summit. That would be a no. That would be a hell no if you're trying to get the Summit off of Earl. That'd be a hell no. I bought my own. We don't need no Earl. Oh my god, that's awesome. 12 hours later, diff fail video in my feed. Nice. Dude, it was like seconds later. He took it out and got 1 or 2 runs out of it and the diff exploded. That was awesome. That was a riot. Content for your channel, Earl, man. So obviously I got to get in there and clean all those filings. It's just going to take I'm just going to take an air gun and just blow all that junk out of there. It was just bugging me that it was still colliding. So pausey, not really. Wow. Got some looseness in there. I could probably stand to shim that pen. Both sides. So we got a pretty good amount of rock there. So I think that would actually take some of the toe out of there too. But okay, while we're here, right? I'm just gonna real quick. My thought was, obviously, yes, turning this into like maybe a drag build or maybe drag bug 2.0. That was the eventual. But I wanted to actually see, will these tires and wheels actually fit on drag bug? So there was that curiosity that I'm gonna try to see if I can satisfy my curiosity right now. And that wheel literally is held on by just a couple threads. I mean, look at that. That's how many threads holding this wheel on. What's that? 2.5? Maybe 2 3/4 threads, maybe? That's what's holding that on. But they're actually threaded on to the hub. So I got to put a screwdriver in there just to be able to spin it off. Now, I think the only issue that I'm going to come across is if I try to throw these other wheels on here, is because the other ones have a bearing setup. And obviously I won't need the pin with the hex because we're not talking about it being a drive wheel anymore. But I was wondering, it looks like the shaft is probably too, it looks like it might be too small. So it looks like Dragbug may be sticking with these junk tires here. Can't even grab that pin out of there. Come on. Earl Moorhead, speaking of hairdryer, how's the heat gun? Shh, be quiet, you. The heat gun's great. That'll actually be fixed. Maybe I should fix that live tomorrow morning because I did exactly what I said. Is I took I went back through the actual unit itself, found out which one of the wire coils it was directly connected to, and I flattened out or unbent, I think, 3 of the coils or 2 of the coils, shifted them over. So I actually shifted over one coil, and then pulled the wire actually through. Now the wire makes it all the way back to that connection. All I have to do is just get a either a nut and bolt, or I'm gonna re-flatten out that rivet. It's total hack redneck fix. It'll cost me $4 to go get a new one, but I like the challenge. But I think what I'll do is I'll fix it on live and then plug it in on live, and then we'll see whether if it works or not, or if it spits flames or whatever. It should be fine, right? I think it's fine. If I can find a nut and a bolt that's small enough, I might just go ahead and do that. Or I just might take some solder and solder it together. Earl, you saw that the stove is fixed, right? You know that, right? You know the stove is fixed? Actually, I didn't even put the video out. The stove is fixed, guy. I don't know, man. The stove is fixed, and it literally what it did is it cost me money in return shipping. Spent $700 in pots that I didn't even need, so I'm returning them all. I've got no use for stove pots. So I just want to see if this will actually work. I don't want to rob stuff off of this, but yeah. All I'm doing is just mocking up stuff. Yeah, see, that axle's massive. I definitely don't think this is going to work. Damn. Because it's bearing for bearing, too. What I don't want to do is I don't want to crush it. See, the axle's already sliding in. Having, like, power failures here. Yeah, it doesn't fit. because obviously this is a bearing surface. It's not going to slide over. It's not going to slide over the shaft. So that would have looked nice too, wouldn't it? That would have looked mint for drag bug. Look at that. Damn it. That would have looked nasty. Man. How could I make that up? I bet it would be really hard to find a bearing. Maybe if I could find like a bushing. Replace these with some kind of bushing or something. Could tell right away the shaft was, you know, obviously a smaller shaft. Nothing but fails lately. But that would have looked pretty nice. Look at that. That would have looked awesome. That would have been one of those things that helps make the look of drag bug here. Drag bug. Yeah, that would have been cool. That is a really sharp looking set of wheels for that Kyosho. Well, I guess that means at least I'm not going to wreck them. It was worth a shot trying it out. You know, I wonder, will the bug body fit on this car? If I could get the same body in a clear, do it a different color, do like some kind of my own color scheme, that'd be actually pretty cool. Oh, I just cranked it. There we go. Look how nice those spin, huh? This would actually make for a pretty damn good drag car. Look how long that spins for. That is mint. All right, let's see if drag bug's body fits on here. It should. It's actually a very minorly shorter wheelbase, I believe. This is actually a pretty nice looking car here. So here's drag bugs. I mean, look at that thing. That thing actually in that shot right there. There you go. Drag bug versus potentially drag bug 2.0. Look at that. That's actually pretty sharp right there. Sharp. Yeah, isn't it, Riff? It really is. I do like it. I don't particularly care for the suspension that much, but it is adjustable too, which is nuts. Check that out. That would look pretty awesome. Oh no, we could have drag bug 2.0 right here. Obviously, I could get rid of that roll bar in the back or that bump bar in the back there, but this actually fits the body. It actually fits better. I wouldn't have to cut out the wheel wells either in the front as much. Obviously, these are hacked out. But that actually does look pretty nice. Look at that. Get a front profile look there. If it had its original fender flares in there, or fenders, not flares, but if it had its original fenders in there, they actually might not look too bad. Line it up kind of straight if I can. So I think I might have to get another bug body here to kind of keep that theme going with drag bug. Oh yeah, your drag bug, Earl? I bet, man. I bet it works great. Well, but that's also the difference too. Granted, now your build, right? Obviously all the parts were specifically designed to turn it into a drag car, right? But those front wheels, that's something that you chose, like to have a skinny mini in the front, right? Because I don't even know if does Traxxas actually are those Traxxas wheels that are in the front? Because it looks like they're really like smaller tires. The body on the Kyosho looks great. Oh, the bug body, right? I'll probably run it with this first, just to run it, like, you know, just to like swap it up and try different things, but yeah, I don't know. I think that's the only downer, man. Obviously, we'll have to get some aluminum plate. We'll get some aluminum plate. We'll be able to hook up a transmission on this thing. I really don't see this transmission lasting long at all. I don't really particularly care for the rear swing arm suspension. Maybe go with zero suspension in the rear. Do it like a hard mount. Let the tires take all the flex. Then it would definitely hook. No suspension. Solid axle rear with no suspension. RC guy, no, the parts are just random Traxxas parts, and the front wheels are the Traxxas. Oh, okay. On the discounted RC. Oh, discontinued RC. Okay. Well, I know that they have. Like, don't they have conversion kits to turn those vehicles into drag race vehicles? But that's awesome then. Seeing the parts are just random parts, that's awesome. And that was the whole point, to use, you know, what you've got on hand, transfer or transform a vehicle that, you know, really wasn't, you know, designed to be a drag vehicle, and just like make it happen. Like Earl, guy, seeing that you've got 2 Creighton 8S's. Could you convert one Creighton, like maybe the version 1, into a drag race vehicle? Could you imagine that? Put some skinny minis on the front, get rid of the front drivetrain, turn. You would have so much. People would probably want to murder you. What are you doing to that Creighton, Earl? Traxxas did a list of parts to make a drag car. Yeah. And that's definitely smart of them to do that too, you know. Obviously gave them. Oh, Fog's here? Oh, you're the one that said the body looks. Oh, sorry, Frog City. I didn't even see who said it. I was too focused on Earl's comment. I just see 2.0 being easier to tune and staying straighter under full throttle power. What, you mean the Kyosho? Is that what you're talking about? It's already 2-wheel drive. I think that's a benefit right there. But just having the rigidity that this thing has, obviously, you know, because it's all screwed together like aluminum chassis, square, stock. You well, not chassis, but aluminum stock with plates and stuff, you know, screwed and technically glued to it. It's got a nice rigid frame that would probably be good for a drag car. J Concepts and Proline all make drag parts. Right. There's actually a lot to do to convert. Meh. Drag slash has been done to death now. Yeah, but still though, I don't know. I think that's why it just makes this one just a little unique. The Red Cat Racing Tornado, I can almost guarantee nobody's tried that. And I think the fact that it's working is what it's got me amped. That's why I like Amp's name. Amped. It's got me amped. Metz posted the J Concept drag slash in the group. Oh, okay. I'll check that out. Drag. So it's actually a literally. So J Concepts. So what are you saying? J Concepts made parts to convert a slash into a drag car? Is that what you're saying? See, that's what's nice about being on that Facebook group. J Concepts. It actually looks pretty cool. Dude, that almost looks like Drag Bug. There's the J Concepts right there. Kind of almost looks like Drag Bug. Won't let me focus in on it. There we go. That's actually really cool looking. How much is that thing? You should post the link to the group, Metz, to get a chance. Oh, and it's the end. There's a parts list. That Kyosho is not going to twist. No, it won't twist. Not when I'm done with it. We'll put upper and lower. I've got actually aluminum diamond plate. I can use aluminum diamond plate. That might help. Right? Use some aluminum diamond plate on this thing. This thing's going to be a blast. Turning this into a drag car is going to be a blast. Literally. I think it's going to be fun. J Concepts and Traxxas and Proline all did their own version of the drag car. I built all of them on my channel. Oh, dude, that's awesome. I should have already known that, Earl. I haven't gone backwards into your videos, apparently enough. I'll have to go check that out now. Well, not now, but I'll have to keep it in my mind now that you already did that. So you actually did a J Concepts on, though. I actually like the look of that. What bores you? Drag racing? Shade Tree? Billy's still in jail? I don't know. He was in there for what, 300 seconds or something like that? Or was it 300 minutes? I don't even know. Yeah, Billy Bob's probably gone for the night. I don't think he likes getting ejected. He doesn't like being rejected. What is going on with my lights here? I'm having some light issues in the background. No, Billy Bob is back. Oh, no. Billy Bob was creeping in the background, just waiting for somebody to say something about him. And just pounce. I'm here. You guys are talking about me? Wait, hold my beer. Oh, yeah, hold my iced tea. Drag racing awesome. Yeah, I'm actually liking it. Definitely, it's If it's single drag racing though, it kind of gets boring. But I plan on a couple of things happening here. You guys all think I'm joking about my HOA drag strip. I'm not joking. I don't know if the homeowners around here will kind of like that stuff, but I don't know. Maybe if I could get a couple of them interested, it would be fun. I definitely can see my wife doing this with me. And obviously my son, because my son still has his Tornado. So once I get the pinion gear, once I figure out this wheelie bar, it's called a wheelie bar, B-A-H. Once I figure out this wheelie bar, using this right here if I can. I'm pretty sure I can somehow. I just got to figure it out. It can't be that hard. It's probably going to look really funky, but whatever. Yeah, I'll use airplane tail gear, because this is the tail gear that turns too, so it's kind of in a funky way. But look at that. Can't believe I found that wheel. I was like, that is literally going to be a perfect little wheelie bar wheel. You know? Wheelie bar. Drag bug needs a wheelie bar. 42 in the chat. I mean, holy. I think the highest number that we ever had in chat was what? I think it was like 46 or 47. Metz probably knows, because I think it was 47 in the chat. That was absolutely insane. Like literally, that was a party. Like everybody, like I said, what's awesome about this, right? What's cool about this is everybody gets to come over my house. You know what I mean? We're all here. We're all in the basement. I don't see how 40-something people would really fit in this basement. There would be like no moving room, but yeah, imagine that, having 40-something people in your house. Dude, your fridge would just be done. Your fridge would be done. You'd be calling the septic company the next day saying, come pump my septic because it's overflowing. Earl Moorhead. The drag bug build, I had to build it now. I have all 4 of the drag. Wait a minute, what? The RC Guy Garage drag bug. I had to build it. Now I have... Oh, now you have all 4 of the drag builds. That's awesome, Earl. It's funny. It's funny. It's definitely... It's cool. I like it. I like the fact because even Chef Beardsley's going to do one. So Chef Beardsley's going to... I think he said he was actually going to get a bug body for his Jado. So that like it's like a themed thing. Drag bug, RC Guy Garage drag bug build. So I think it's cool because, it's getting people like, because I think initially Chef was like, yeah, I don't know. I really don't have anything. And then he was like, well, wait a minute. I do have a Jado that's sitting around doing nothing. And then like the light bulb, like ding, went off in his head. And even Gus's Custom Creations, he's not doing a bug. I'm not going to say what he's doing because I'll let him do the reveal on that if he decides to. But if people were paying attention in the Facebook group, they might already have an idea of what. Or did he post that? You know what? I don't know if he did post that or not. But I'm not going to give it away what Gus's Custom Creations is. But so we also have Larry Mitchell, who is now Mitchell's RC. He's doing his drag car build is which you got to get a bug body. Come on, guy, get a bug body. Everybody just get a bug body. They're cool. They are cool. But Larry Mitchell, he's actually his drag bug is actually also his burnout car. So he still has to redo, just like me. He has to redo his burnout because he realized that it was a fail. And I don't know. You could definitely see that the tires that he had on there were just getting major grip. But it seems like the possibility of his car getting a smoke show out of 3S would probably work better than He tried it on 2S, and then I think his 3S, when he did it on 3S, the battery went out on the camera system. So now he's got like, he's stepping up the game. He actually just got, or it's on order. It's coming. He's got a 4K like little video camera thing coming for to film with, so he can get better footage. So it's obviously sometimes limiting when you're using like a cell phone or if you're using like maybe like an older camera that just doesn't do as well. So I film all my stuff between GoPros and these things. This one actually is the one that I use. This is my actual phone. This is the one that the Traxxas Max flew into at 100 miles an hour, and it cracked the front screen by smashing into the back because I had it faced this way on a tripod. So I actually had it like this on the ground. And my wife and I were camping, and it was the first time that she drove her Max. And then she like let me have it, and of course I had to like show off and break my phone. Oh, she was so upset. I actually had to cut the footage because she was really getting upset. I can't believe you just broke your phone. I was like, yeah, I know. It's all to get the footage. And she goes like, is that really worth it? It's like $1,000 or whatever it is, $800 phone that you just smashed. Like, I don't even remember how old it was. I think it was 2 weeks old, and I already broke it. That was so bad. I saw in my head the Max jumping over the phone and the tripod. That's what I saw in my head. Now, maybe if I wasn't going as fast as I would, the suspension may have allowed it to jump over the phone and tripod. But because I was going that fast, the suspension just soaked up the little jump. Because I had even, like driving it, I had even kind of tested it because I drove out, but I just didn't drive at high speed. I just drove out and I, hit the little lip. It was actually a lip that was probably about that big. So it was an old piece of pavement. So years ago, this used to be like an old road years ago. So then they put in like this new fancy bridge and everything, so they didn't need the old road anymore. So it still had a good sized pad of the old pavement where you've got the gravel layer, you've got the pavement. So pavement was sticking up that much. And the couple of times that I had jumped over it with the Max, the Traxxas Max, it jumped. But just the speed between the suspension and the tires, they soaked up. They soaked up the jump. So instead of launching, it just like almost went straight, and it went straight into the phone. Like I even like, because obviously it was recording, so I recorded it, and it blew out one of the microphones. So like right here in the bottom there, it's got a real nasty smash. That's actually where one of the microphones is. So the audio on this thing is destroyed now. So I just use this as like normally a phone or a visual capture device. And then this phone, which is the same exact as that, I leave it as a the audio, like it, because obviously it does good video and it does great audio. These Note 8s do awesome audio. New word. Zippy tie. You love zippy tie. What's the new word? What? Are you trying to say sweet? Because you said SAWER. Sour? Sour? Sawir? I don't know what you're saying. Did you mistype it? They are finally lifting our lockdown on May 20. Even though I think it's way too early, but they are making everyone wear a mask, even if you are outside. Oh, so is yours one of the one? Yeah, so is yours one of the ones that you get fined? Will you get fined, Jury VRC? Should just call you Jury. New word I saw. How come I can't figure that? I saw your. You will get a fine. Wow. Earl, how come I can't understand that? New word I saw your. RC Gag read, I saw your in my head. I don't know. My brain just doesn't work. I can't figure out what you're saying, guy. I don't even did I say like a word like really messed up? Sawyer. I saw you in my head. You mean I saw it going better in my head than it actually went, kinda? I'm sorry. I think that coronavirus really kicked my butt. I know my wife is almost 100% positive now that I did actually have it. Because she said that, because she knows that nothing really like gets me sick or basically takes me down. And for me to be down for like a literal 2 full days, it was the most insanest thing. It came on lightning fast. Like Sunday I burned all my China boxes. And I was joking too with people. I'm like, oh, I wonder if I got it from burning my China boxes. Now, obviously, I didn't get it from that, but now they're saying that the coronavirus was here like way before we even like had the concept of any coronavirus from China. It's crazy how sharp this gear is now. I think Chef would be proud. Chef could probably use this to cut some steaks. This thing is sharp now. Where was I with that coronavirus? Yeah, nothing takes me down, man. And I'm still feeling like some kind of like low, mild, like something. I know I am not 100% yet, which is insane. But yeah, my wife is convinced, and my wife is she is in the medical field, so she's convinced. I'm really not, because shouldn't I be dead? It came on, like, I'm not kidding. It came on so fast. So I'll give you the timeline. So Sunday I felt mint. I was outside burning branches for the backyard track, just trying to clean up the yard, getting all the branches and stuff that I collected over the year, burn them up. And I brought out like literally probably enough boxes to like cover Big Black. And I just burned all the boxes at the same time, which you're not supposed to burn, but whatever. So I burned the boxes, and Monday, was it Monday? So Sunday I was fine. Monday, like I want to say like maybe like the afternoon, because my wife kind of more has a better timeline than I do, because I literally lost 2 days. So Monday, right around noontime, I actually called her up and I said, hey, do you have anything that I can take? My chest hurts when I cough. Like, and that never happens. Like, why was my chest hurting when it, like, right in the middle, like, right where the breastplate is, just like a little bit further down, like, how like if you feel your chest, like you press down, it gets to a point of where it starts to like it's like comes out and then it starts to like kind of come in. Right there, like right in the middle, it was like wicked pain when I would cough. And so she knew something was up, and there was no coronavirus around at the time. But she was the one that put it all together for me. She just basically said, based upon symptoms and what happened to you. So Tuesday, I was gone, meaning I don't remember Tuesday. So I went to bed early on Monday. I don't exactly remember when. And when I went to bed, I literally did not get up. Well, at least not that I remember. Didn't get up. I remember vaguely being awake, maybe grabbing, some water or whatever out of, one of those cups that has a straw. Wednesday, she says I was out Wednesday too. Like, obviously, I had to have gone to the bathroom and all that stuff. Because, I mean, I didn't go to the bathroom in the bed. But anyways, whatever. We don't need to talk about that garbage. That's not what we're here for. Wait a minute, Earl, so what? Matt, Venom, you're here too. What is happening, man? Time for aluminum shocks and heavyweight oil, then dodge the brick mailboxes? Right, guy. That's you. That's you with the brick mailboxes. I wear a mask for my dad. He lives with me, so I don't want to. Right. Very, very good idea, Jury VRC. Like I was saying, when I went into the hobby shop, I was literally the only person in there with a mask on. And I had just gone to Home Depot with my daughter, and I'm not wearing the mask for myself. I'm not a mask wearer, but like I explained before, the guy Sean who owns Reckless Hobbies, he's got 2 young kids. So if, like, by chance, it's totally a conscience issue. If by chance somehow, I go in there and find out later that somehow, his kid's got coronavirus or whatever, and I'd feel guilty because I know that I went in there without a mask, even though everybody in Reckless doesn't have a mask on. But that's all their choice. You got to maintain that, tough guy, I'm cool, I'm invincible attitude, and cool, good for you. That's good. I'm glad that you're not susceptible to anything in life. But like my 95-year-old friend there, Ed, he's 95. I want to take him flying before before that bucket gets kicked. I want to take him flying. And I don't want to risk going to see him. And it sucks because I go visit him all the time. He doesn't have close family. So I visit him all the time. And right now I can't. So I feel bad. So now I'm like calling him like every 2 or 3 days. I just give him a call and go, hey, just checking in on you, making sure you're all right. He's like, of course I'm fine. The only thing I got to do is I got to go get my medication from CVS in Shaw's or something like that. Shaw's Pharmacy or whatever. He had to go get his medication. And I'm like, do you want me to go get it? I'll go get your medication for you. He's like, no. He's like, I got this. He's awesome. He's such an awesome guy. You said you saw your wife in your head, but it ran together and your accent sounded like, I get what you're saying. I saw it. Yeah, right. Now I get it. See, it took like a whole damn sentence paragraph of you explaining the whole situation for me to get what you were saying. Oh, we're dropping people. We're down to 33. Probably because I'm talking about coronavirus. Death rate is pretty low. Yeah, I guess. The corona death rate is pretty low unless you are a senior or already have. Right, I get that. You lost 2 friends. Well, Earl lost his aunt to this. Like, literally, that's now, what, 3 or 4 days ago that Earl's aunt passed away because of that. The health department told them to watch her for 6 days, right? California mandatory to wear a mask, but one beach opened up and no masks were worn. So right now, there is an emergency meeting to close the beach. I think I saw that in the news. Starts out with a light fever, then cold chills, then comes with shortness of breathing, and then come the burning of throat and eyes. You know what? I was gone for 2 days, and I've never had that happen. I saw a mass Walmart was closed because they weren't right. Yep, you're absolutely right on that, Riff. They had a car show during the coronavirus on Bridgeport, Miami. Nice. COVID doesn't care what age. Sadly, you lost 2 friends. COVID. One was 39 and the other was 27. It's nuts, man. It's really crazy. Trying to convey the context in text is literally impossible. I struggle with that daily. Nobody knows how to take me. All right. Well, for now, and also, that was actually something I wanted to check real quick too. It looks like the aluminum. Wonder if the aluminum is a different size aluminum between Dragbug and this, because Dragbug actually has a pretty cool set for a wing right there. And because I know this fits Dragbug's setup as far as that cutout in the back that I did to fit the wing, if this wing could potentially transfer over to this vehicle right in the back shock tower, I bet it would. Even if it didn't fit perfectly, I could probably get something to adapt it, to make like maybe an adapter that would go on top of that. Get rid of this fake cooling fin here. I actually thought this was real when it was in the package. But I also thought these were aluminum too, though. This thing's like light but sturdy. But I'm thinking this wing setup, because it fits perfect on Dragbug, like even if I was to run this body right here, right? That wing would actually fit on there pretty nice. It almost like finishes its look. When it's looking like that, it kind of, this little scooped area looks like it belongs, a wing belongs in there. You know, so like if I just did a wing just to finish off the looks, it kind of finishes the look on it. You see what I'm saying? So that wouldn't look too bad. Get that out of there. So that wing pretty much be like that right there. That would definitely finish off its, look. But yeah, poor Dragbug, man. I'm definitely bummed out. Want to get that thing ripping again. Should check out this. See if there's actually something I could do with this. It's my knife. You know what's nuts is that because of how old this is, all these little collars and stuff is exactly what the Kyosho has. But this is obviously like a nice little aluminum brace thing here. Look at the way they used to package stuff. You know? This is when you knew they cared. Look at that. Look at that aluminum. It's like a sandblasted aluminum right there. That's nuts. Wonder if this would work. Probably actually have to rebend this. But check out that wheel. Little wheelie bar wheel. But obviously it's made to have that on there. So that might be kind of funky. Because obviously that goes in like that. Or it goes the other way. I don't know. Yeah, it goes like that. there's the wheelie bar. Not very adjustable. It was just a thought. At least I can use the wheel, maybe. Maybe I can use the wheel, like I'm saying, for a wheelie bar out back here somewhere. Figure out something. I've got crawler links and stuff like that I could potentially use just to get like a single wheelie bar out here. Set that up like that. Maybe have it like that far away or whatever. You know what? This would be so insane if this actually works. This would be nuts. You have got to be kidding me. Look at that. It would literally be an adjustable wheelie bar. You can adjust it by the height of the collars. Check that out. No way. That literally could work. You have got to be kidding me. This would be such a laugh. No way. I could do a couple of support braces maybe off the wing, come down, but actually that would be pretty cool. It would be a wheelie bar that moves. Because it would wheelie, it would squat. It could actually just probably squat and hit. I don't know. I'll probably just try it just to try it. Obviously, you know, the issue, you can see what we got is how many collars do we have? So it only gave us 3 collars. So in order for the wheel to kind of be like really correct, seems like it'd almost have to have a secondary collar. I probably have another collar anyways for this somewhere in all my airplane parts, but that actually might work. You know, why not? I mean, this is drag bug, man. You know, this isn't stuff that, you know, is made specifically for the vehicle to work kind of thing. It's total redneck. I could even maybe like bolt on a strap somehow right on there like that to have that wheelie bar come out, because obviously, you know, I got 2 screw holes open right there. I don't know. Maybe I could go all the way forward. Wow, look at that. Actually, wow, check that out. Granted, that would be a pretty short wheelie bar, but taking that bar and putting it all the way forward to right where the bend starts, put the bend right where it starts at the edge of the chassis, drill a hole, nut and bolt. Let's see, is there any clearance issues here? Ah, that's right where the spur gear is, so that wouldn't work. Maybe I can make like a adapter plate or something, some kind of plate to go on here. Maybe get just 4 slightly longer screws, get an adapter plate or something, some kind of piece of plastic or whatever, and just I don't know, throw it on there. That it could still work, you know, something like that, I guess. Airplane wheel. Airplane wheel for a wheelie bar. Just my head thinking, you know. Just trying to use stuff that I've already got. And I think once, maybe if Drag Bug's wheels really get bad, we could use these Great Plains rubber wheels. I wonder if these fit. Got so much unopened stuff. These have never been opened either. Look at it's still got the seal on it. The OK seal. Check those wheels out, man. This is Earl. You want to talk about new old stock? Wow, that is sticky. It's almost like the rubber is deteriorating. But there we go. A nice hardened wheel for the front there for Drag Bug. These ones look way better. There you go. It's a hardened, it's obviously a rubber wheel. But it's like sticky, it's weird. I think the rubber's like degrading. That's really weird. Check that out. Look at that. I think the rubber's like disintegrating. It's that old. Yeah, it smells funky too. Smell that? Smell that. You know, the issue with this is the shaft isn't long enough. Yeah, never mind. I guess we're just going to stick with those. I do have another set of those. Once these burn out, maybe that'll be the end of Drag Bug. We have one more set of wheels that I could use. Then I'd have to literally try and source wheels for this thing. I don't know what would fit. Here you go. Here's a blast from the past right here. Check out this motor. This is a blast from the past. Like big time. This was one of my race motors when I used to race. This thing would probably still spin too. This is when I used to wire up my own stuff. Horrible. Horrible how I used to do stuff. Look at these things. I wonder if this is a set of my cut brushes. Because I used to cut my own brushes. I wonder if this is a set of old cut brushes. Or are these stock? Nah, these are stock. I didn't cut these down. These are probably just a race brush. Something like that. Back in the day. Back in the day with Novak Electronics. Getting different tension springs. I remember getting the spring packs. But there you go. There's some old school for you right there. Drag Bug for life. There you go. Drag Bug for life. Well, technically Drag Bug life, right? Drag Bug life. I definitely feel like that could be a thing right there. I feel like I'd want to see that. I had other thoughts in my mind, not this. But I guess once that wheel's on there. You know? Tune that down a little bit. Just the height. Because I'm obviously holding up the suspension right now. That could be something. I don't know. Maybe. I just don't know. All right. So enough of this stuff. What is going on with people? So what are people up to? Anything good today? Anything good tonight? Did anybody get anything accomplished today? Oh, Kurt took off? I didn't even notice he took off. You like the skinny? I like the skinny railer wheels, Earl. Oh, your Mustang, Earl. Yeah, I saw that, man. That's pretty sharp. Your 5.0? Your 5.0 Mustang? 2 sets of Traxxas front skinnies. Mitchell, you making a wheelie bar right now? No way. That's awesome. Still having issues. Yeah, I was actually hoping you were going to have video of the RC shop inside, Earl. It looks like you were almost going to do it, but then you bailed out on video and inside the shop. Obviously, probably would have been cool. Would have been cool to see some motorcycles, too. Big Muscle RC, what's going on, guy? Big Muscle, you're going back to being an essential worker tomorrow. Nice. That's got to be a good feeling. It's always good to know that you're essential. Unlike some other non-essential people. Almost thought that was plastic. He was acting really shady at the shop. I filmed it, but after him saying cash only, it was... yeah, that is kind of messed up, huh? Cash only? That's weird. So, why would it be cash only? That doesn't make any sense. Like, is he not supposed to be open? Is that why? Like, was his place not supposed to be open, and is that why it was cash only? That way, there'd be like, what are you gonna do? Like, wait a minute, Earl. If it was cash only, that means you don't have proof of purchase, right? If it's cash only, you don't have proof of purchase, or did they give you a receipt and everything? That's kind of messed up. Oh my God, Chainsaw. Chainsaw, you're like, that's why your name is Chainsaw, because you hack things up. You killed the servo gears in your Wendigo and killed the front ring and pinion in your Scale Chevy. Oh my God. What's going on with and family? Everything's going good here, but I'm assuming you're asking like what's going on with everybody. Maybe they got them shady. Maybe they got them in a shady deal. Ooh, that wouldn't be cool. He said the COVID-19 people are claiming the shops won't take returns. He said the COVID-19 people are claiming the shops won't take returns, so banks refund the money on RC cars to the customers. What? COVID-19 people are claiming shops won't take returns. Oh, good, Earl. Good. Good for you, man. Yeah, that definitely, that sounds messed up. That is weird, man. That's like almost like a personal sale or something. That's messed up. And he only had the one, right? Is that what you were saying? That was the one that they did on the internet or something, like for that shop. What was the name of the? Because they have a YouTube channel, right? Yeah, all that stuff nowadays. That definitely sounds shady. It sounds weird. The YouTube channel is RC Monster Garage, right? Why does that sound familiar? RC Monster Garage. For some reason, that sounds familiar. RC Monster Garage. I'm just wondering why it looks familiar. Or sounded familiar. Yeah, look at that right there. 20 hours ago. So literally 20 hours ago, they did the video, and how soon after did you buy that Kraton? Isn't that funny? You bought a YouTube videoed Kraton. Now you said that the chassis is the exact same. All they did was just add some what? Basically, they added a different center brace. Like they changed up the center brace, and then you said they changed up the middle support, and then I think you said you noticed that down on the bottom of the chassis there's a new. Did you figure out whether that plate was metal or plastic? Because I think in your video you didn't further it whether you said that extra plate that goes from that center brace to the rear differential housing, you didn't say whether if that was metal or plastic. Right when the shop opened up at 10, you're crazy, man. Oh, it's awesome. See, Earl knows how to use this stimulus check. Yeah, right. The shop. I did see that. I saw that it was a different name, obviously, because it's a YouTube channel versus a real shop. All they added was a new center brace and a new radio and a rear diff brace. It was all metal. Now, I know you said that the guy in the shop said the servo is different, and then when you filmed it, you showed that it was the same exact number for the servo, because that was what was in question. You said something about either they said that the servo was an updated servo. So technically, could the servo be updated? Meaning, even though it's got the same number, could they have updated the internals somehow to actually make it perform different? And that brace was metal? Okay. He claims an updated servo, but there is no difference. Yeah, it even sounded the exact same. I noticed that. Your audio actually in this video, your audio was perfect this time. There was no stuttering or crackling, but you probably already know that. And I had noticed, what's funny, Earl, is I had noticed my I think my COVID and coffee this morning was the same type of audio, even though mine wasn't really a recording because it was a live. But I think the last couple of lives, I think my audio has been crap. The best way to update an Arma servo is with a Savox. Oh, Earl, did you catch my comment? Servox? I like that. Earl, you literally do the same thing that I do. You take two words, because you had two words in your head. You were thinking servo and you were saying Savox, so you said Servox in your video. My wife does that all the time. She always makes up new words. She crashes two words together and like reforms a new word. Servox. Mets RC, what's going on, guy? Welcome back. There used to be a song called Welcome Back, wasn't it? Or was that a show? Welcome back. What the heck was that show? That's a real old show. I can't remember how it goes, but all I know is it says, welcome back. I don't know. Old show. Welcome back, Carter. Yes. Oh my God. Nobody, no one. You're dating yourself. Not mean you're dating yourself, but you're dating yourself. Do you know what I mean? That means you've got to be around my age. Because like I said, I'm older than Earl. At least I think I am. I'm not saying that Earl's old. I'm just saying I'm older than Earl. John Travolta. Wow, dude. You definitely, yeah. No one's older than Earl. What are you trying to say? Earl's older than dirt? Get out of here. Welcome back, Carter. Holy smokes. Wow. MASH, right? 57. Yeah, Riff. Oh, Riff. Riff, so you're 9 years older than me? Yeah, you're 9 years older than me. That's funny. RC Reviews keeps calling Hydrax tires Hyrox. Yeah, is it an accent that says that? All right, Earl, how old are you? When were you born? What year? I can't give that kind of information out. People will track me down. Class of 80. Yeah, I was actually class of 91. No, I was class of 1990. $50 going on 20. Larry, so we're basically the same age, just a year off, right? Yeah. I'm going to be 49. Man, that's messed up. I'm going to be 49. What the hell? Where did the time go? I think what gauges it pretty good is our youngest daughter. Our youngest daughter just turned 20 this year. That is so messed up because she used to be this little tiny thing that would fit like right here in my arm. that I always carried her around. Like, I was that dad. Like, we had this conversation the other day. Might have even been this morning. I don't even remember. But we were talking about, like, you know, kind of like being like parents and stuff or whatever. And I definitely couldn't see my life any other way without kids. Like, I would never want it to change. Never. Actually, yes. Maybe if I could have had one more kid, maybe that. But people have asked me in the past, and I just said, literally, I was born to be a dad. I'm like, I love being a dad. It's also crazy how, like, I joke with my son. I'm like, you know what? I go, you do realize you're the one that changed my name. And, like, he didn't get it, like, right away. You're the one that changed my name. What do you mean? I'm like, I became dad. I'm like, I was always who I am until you changed my name. We ate dino burgers. What? Oh, we are dino burgers? What? I don't get what you're saying. Big earthquake? Earl, so we're literally the same age. 6 months apart, or 7 months, 8 months apart. That's crazy. I'm only old enough to remember riding Tonka trucks down my neighborhood's driveway when it was metal. Hey, I actually had, I vaguely remember it, but it was a white pedal car that was a tow truck. And the reason why I believe it was a tow truck was it had a working, rotating red light on the hood. I think it was on the hood. Maybe it was on the back. It was either on the hood or it was on the back, but it was a pedal car. And I used to take it up at my grandparents' house on my father's side. I used to take it up on a hill. They lived on, like, near a hill. I used to take it up on the hill. And then, you know, you'd pedal it. You get to that point where you couldn't pedal it any faster, and you'd pull back your legs, and the things would be, like, whipping. And it had some kind of I think it had some kind of like a pull brake or something. But I remember somehow either me jamming my feet into the pedals to stop the rear wheel, or it had a pull brake. I don't remember. But the back tires, because they were plastic, they would obviously get the flat spots. So my grandfather at the time would get, what are they called? Lawnmower wheels. You know, the hard rubber lawnmower wheels? And he figured out how to put the lawnmower wheels on that truck, on that, you know, tow truck thing. That was a blast. You want to talk about, you know, awesome, you know, childhood memories, like stuff like that. The stuff like this stupid stuff that you used to do, you know? That's awesome, though. The only thing to look forward to after 30 is Social Security and discounts at Denny's. No, because eventually, what I do remember is my grandfather. One of my grandfather's, like, favorite things to do on, I think, Saturday morning. I think it was like Saturday mornings. He would go to McDonald's and get his free coffee because, you know, he was a senior citizen. He loved that. He loved going, like, he would drive he could make coffee at the house, but he would drive all the way to McDonald's to get a free coffee. And then obviously he'd get like a dozen donuts on the way back for everybody to have donuts. But my grandfather was awesome. He was awesome. Mitch, Larry, you had a metal fire truck? That's awesome. Pedal car. Dio, you're here. I didn't even know you were here. You're just kind of lurking in the background. What's happening? Green Machines, right. I remember Green Machines. Yep. And arthritis. Venom, you were born in 75? Wow. Yeah, but Venom, your body has been put through the ringer though. And you look at the kind of shape that you're in, man. And you're still, taking your Tai Chi class and doing all that stuff. That's awesome. When I was a kid, I took Wei Chi Ru. I think that was what it was called. Wei Chi Ru, I think. Pretty sure that's what it was called. I want a Tonka truck. I bet Earl could build it. He probably could. He's got an automotive shop. He's got everything that you would need to build you a truck for yourself. Right, you're building a metal Tonka into an RC. That's actually a pretty good idea. Oh, a dumper one? That's pretty cool. Do you mean you found one at a dumpster, or do you mean you found one that dumps? I think you mean it dumps. No, you didn't, Larry. Larry, don't you realize you're not supposed to use stuff out of the kitchen? And then you're definitely not supposed to have written said words of stuff you just took out of your wife's kitchen to use for parts for your RC car. Yo, you're in trouble, man. Because she watches these YouTube videos. Nah, she probably doesn't watch these. That'll be funny. They all dumped, I thought. All the metal ones dumped. That's what I thought, too. You know how, all right, I got to say this. You know how I know mine metal Tonka truck dumped? Was because of how many times I ate it. Like, when you were a little kid, you would drive it around, right? You'd grab it by the sides, and you'd be driving it around, trying to go as fast as you can go. And how many times would that dump thing dump, and you would literally eat it? I ate that metal dump truck. I can't tell you how many times running that thing like as fast as you could. Like, I remember that. You would run as fast as you would go, trying to hold on to them sides. It was almost like it was a competition or something. I don't know. But I would eat that so bad sometimes. My knees were like skinned up so bad. Oh, I destroyed myself when I was a kid. Like, you take your wife. But that's different, though. I'm not cutting the plates up. I'm not, like, smashing them up and using them for parts. Larry just cut up a cutting board to use as a wheelie bar. So, literally, that cutting board is gone. It is gone from existence from the kitchen. That's the difference. Do you get it, Earl? See, this is what it's about. This is what it's all about. Having fun. You know what I mean? This is actually cool. How did we go from, like, live check-in, talking about Dragbug, turning, maybe making this Kyosho one into Dragbug 2.0, and then all of a sudden we're talking about pedal cars and Tonka dump trucks. Oh my God, Larry's breaking out the cutting boards out of his wife's kitchen, and now his wife is gonna go, "Hey, honey, do you know where my favorite cutting board is? I can't find it." Hey, Larry. Do you think you should maybe like since somebody ordered for you like a nice camera, do you think you should like order up like a nice set of like bamboo cutting boards? Go on Amazon and quick order up some like nice bamboo cutting boards and go, hey honey, look what I got for you. Regular Nintendo in the box for $400. That's insane. I fell off the back of my Tonka truck, right? Yep. What about Stretch Armstrong? Did anybody have Stretch Armstrong or even the Evel Knievel bike? I had the Evel Knievel bike. I had that, you know, like not the bike, but the Evel Knievel ripcord guy, you know, the ripcord one. I remember that. That and what was it? Slime, green slime. That stuff. The smell of that green slime was so nasty. Think about all the stuff that we used to play with that nowadays everything is so like, I mean, I get it. They're making it so less children die, but we all survived, right? We survived with the metal dump trucks and the green slime. We didn't eat it. And if we did, we realized it was bad because we were puking our brains out, right? But we didn't die. We had some pretty crazy stuff. That's why we're so... Right! Oh, right! Dude, I didn't even see you say that. Butchering those wasn't such a great idea looking at and now. That's why we were so much tougher, right, than kids these days. That's so funny. That drag buggy needs to be Sandrail dragster. Yeah, it looks the part, doesn't it? I'll blame the kids. I rolled it down the steep driveway and the hills in Missouri until the plastic wheels disintegrated. Oh my God, this is nuts. Flying Fortress, you had both of them. The old metal right, the real Transformers, yes. I had Shockwave with a bunch of the cassettes that actually went inside of Shockwave. I had actually all the Transformers. That was one thing that I liked. I definitely liked my Transformers. I know, Mets. I know. This is all. You don't even know what we're talking about here. You're too young. Mets is like, I just got married. I don't even know what you guys are talking. What the hell's the Tonka truck? Nintendo? What's that? You mean Switch? Actually, here's something. So, Mets has actually really been into TikTok. So you should probably look up Mets RC's TikTok account because he's got some really good stuff on there. Mets loves the TikTok. I'm gonna kill you later. I'm gonna kill you. I hate you. Teddy Ruxpin, right. I actually bought my daughter a Teddy Ruxpin. I bought her one. I don't know whatever happened to it. She didn't really like it. Stretch Armstrong. Yes, sir. That dude, I already said that. That's what I already said, Stretch Armstrong. What about the Sears? What about the Sears catalog, toy catalog, holiday toy catalog? Like the one that was 3 inches thick. Do you remember those? I remember my grandparents. This was how my grandparents handled it. They gave you a pen and they gave you the magazine and they just literally said, circle what you want. What do you mean, circle what I want? The whole damn thing. Just put a circle like around the whole catalog and just give it to him. Here you go. Here you go. Oh my God. See, this is great, you know? Any of you guys have Johnny Express? I know, I don't remember that. Remote control oil tanker rig. You know what I do have? I have something that I should pull out of storage. I actually have it's my father's it's one of my father's toys when he was a kid that I used to play with when I was a kid. When I'd go to my father's side, you know, the grandparents' house, there was this submarine that I would play with. It looked like it was almost like battleship size, but it was a submarine. And I still have that toy. And do I have the box too? I'm not sure if I have the box too. I don't remember. I got it. It was actually it was passed down to me probably about, let's see. It was passed down to me, I think 10 years ago. Or yeah, maybe 10 years ago. I can't remember what. It was just it was a submarine though. It was my dad's. So when he was a kid, he used to play with that, and now I have it. Now we're making clocks. What? Now we're making clocks on RC Guy Garage. Yeah, we're actually making time machines. So today on this episode of RC Guy Garage, I'm going to show you how to make a time machine. We're going to use parts. We're going to use these parts from the Samsung Chef Collection stove that I didn't need. And we're going to make a time machine on this episode of RC Guy Garage. Stay tuned for COVID and Coffee. We're going to continue with making this time machine. We're going to get it to work. One flux capacitor required, yeah. Montgomery Ward's catalog. What did Riff say? Action Jackson? The poor kid's G.I. Joe. Dude, that is awesome. Remote control oil tanker, though, that sounds pretty cool. You could actually stand on the back trailer. That's insane. Gemco. We are all just bigger kids. Yeah, pretty much. With a need for speed, right? We're all just bigger kids, and the price of all the toys of like 10 to 100-fold increased in price. 10 to 100-fold. We all know what that 100-fold is. Was said when my G.I. Joe scuba guy went bald. Oh, you were sad when your G.I. scuba guy went bald? That's funny. You wore the hair off his head in the top? That's funny. He-Man, right. He-Man and Thundercat, exactly. So my wife's sister's son, he actually collects antique toys. Like he's how old is he? 12? 13 maybe? And he actually collects antique toys. So he has Skeletor and Skeletor's castle, you know, like Skeletor's castle mountain thing. It's funny all the stuff that he's got. Like it's crazy. Like he's actually really into like the old toys. And what's crazy is he takes care of them. Like those are he knows they're like antiques and classics and actually worth something. He like knows like history of stuff. It's crazy what this kid is in tune to. Still kids. I don't want to grow up. Right. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. That song will never escape people's mind. It's kind of like that 8675309. There's I forget what the commercial's for. You know, I could probably look it up on the phone. It's a phone number, and the way they said it in the song, so it's 8675309. So obviously what I don't know is I don't know the area code. Eight 8675309. I forget what, I don't know what it's for though. Genius Lyrics. One of the most famous telephone numbers in the world, made famous by the 1980s song by Tommy Two-Tone. Eight 8675309. Isn't that crazy? Some of the stuff that you remember. Like, I still remember my grandparents' phone number. That was back when they had the black Bell phones. Like, they were the black, the black rotary dial Bell phones. I still remember their phone number. I can't go back far enough remembering when it was. Because I think like really when I was really young, weren't the phone numbers not 7 digits? Like way back? Like, back in the 70s? Were the phone numbers 7 digits back in the 70s? I don't remember. But I do remember my grandparents' phone number. And like right now, if you were to ask me what my mother's phone number is for her house, I have no idea. I know my phone knows it. The cell phones have created stupid people. I've been saying this for years. Years ago when I had to go to a job site or I had to go somewhere, the night before, I'd plan out my route with a map book. Like, you used to know, like, landmarks and street names, and you had to know stuff. Nowadays, you just go, hey, Google, where am I? You know what I mean? Now it's just these cell phones. These cell phones are great, though. I mean, look at what I'm doing look at what I am doing on a cell phone right now. I am using a cell phone to talk to right now 22 people on the planet. Are you kidding me? On video. That's like, that's Star Trek or whatever stuff back from the 60s or 70s or 80s or whenever Star Trek came out or whatever. Empire, right, Empire as well. Toys R Us is now closed down. I'm so sad. They're gone. My kids, right. How about Child World? Does anybody remember Child World? So you had the two major toy places was Toys R Us and Child World. I think Child World was before Toys R Us. Does anybody remember Child World? Or how about Zayre? Zayre was a store too. Next will be beaming me up, Scotty. Right. KB Toys, right. KB Toys also. But KB Toys was never as big as Child World. Child World and Toys R Us, literally, they were battling it out. KB Toys, exactly. The KB Toys around here was always like a smaller store. So, like, you've got, like, Toys R Us. Toys R Us and Child were like the same like footprint size, and they basically carried the same exact stuff. And then Toys R Us started to do Babies R Us. So, and I think either Child World went out of business before that. I don't remember. But all the stores that have disappeared, yeah, Lechmere used to be big. Regular Grossman's. Like Grossman's was like the Home Depot or the Lowe's of now. That was Grossman's. And it's crazy. Grossman's bargain outlets like is still around. "2020 was supposed to have flying cars already, right?" Even Radio Shack. I think there's only like one Radio Shack left. And one of the people that comes into this chat works at Radio Shack. Like literally, I think the last Radio Shack on the planet. I'm probably wrong. There's probably more than that, but there's no more Radio Shacks like anywhere around here. You think you just ordered some RC parts from Sears? You know what's nuts? Mets RC is here, right? I sent him a link for his Rampage, for the Rampage gears, the Red Cat Racing Rampage. Walmart sells the gears on like you got Walmart literally sells everything now. Like you just type in anything, DJI, the most expensive DJI drone copter, which is like $20K. You type that in and Walmart will sell it to you. Pretty bad. I can't remember all the stuff I ordered. Uh-oh. We have flying cars, but I watched a documentary about how the FAA won't allow it to happen due to DOT and safety. Can't make a safe plane with airbags. It's too heavy. AutoZone sells Traxxas slash parts. I am not surprised. I am really not surprised. Walmart allows others sell. Right. I know, but I'm just saying. Nobody knowing. That's why I'm just saying that. I just think it's funny that literally whatever you type into Google trying to find something to buy, there will be a Walmart link for it. I mean, I'm surprised you can't buy cars through Walmart right now. I think you can buy cars through BJ's. And can you buy cars through Amazon yet? I wonder if you can. I don't know if you can. I wonder if you can. Obviously, you can buy just about every part under the sun. But I don't know if you can buy whole cars through Amazon yet. But you can buy a car through BJ's. What the heck? Not only can you buy your food in bulk, but you can buy cars too in bulk. When I was a kid, light bulbs were a charming theory. Walmart going to sell Teslas? No way. No way. No, not even close. You can buy street legal vehicles on Amazon, but not cars. Really? Now, when you say a street legal vehicle, like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean by a street legal vehicle? Obviously, like, directionals, fenders, brake lights, taillights, headlights, that type of, and seatbelts, right? Something that has, like, that configuration. Riff. Oh, riff to the raft. You're right. School books were written on papyrus. Nah, I think they were still using. I think back then, Riff. I think weren't they still using Weren't they still using birch bark? Weren't they still using scrolls? Back in Riff Raff's day, they were still using scrolls. Oh my God, where is this live gone? This live has gone absolutely off the wall. Electric bike scooters, dirt bike scooters. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, all right. I thought you meant like they would sell actual, like, not a real car, but something that would be road legal, but just not deemed a car. I left my mummy. Nice. Riff to the Raft knows exactly where the Dead Sea Scrolls are. Casey Benson, what is going on, guy? You're late. But it's probably early for you. It's almost 11:30, guys. See Alexa over there? You got both vectors are asleep and everything. Hieroglyphs. Hieroglyphs are old RC manuals. No, actually, wait. Venom. They're not, the hieroglyphs aren't in the old RC manuals. The hieroglyphs are still in the new RC manuals. Where is it? Of course, now I can't find it. Was like, there was literally, I probably have to get a Habao one. Yeah, I'd have to get a Habao one. Because this is all language that we all can understand. Because I obviously, my daughter is actually learning Korean right now. So she's learning Korean right now. And so she's learning, like, you know, the letters and all that stuff. And I used to always jokingly call those hieroglyphs. Or when I can't understand, you know, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I'll say, no, I just see hieroglyphics coming out of your mouth. Can I post my new Hot Wheels car on the page? Yeah, I mean, you can. Just remember what the rules say. So, like, and I know this sounds stupid, but what will happen is if people start posting stuff that's not RC related, it's not like I'm resistant. Take your new DX5 rugged and literally, like, have it in the background. That way you can kind of escape the rule. It's a shady way of escaping the rule, but yeah, go right ahead, dude. Because that's the thing, like, obviously, I've been part of groups where even I broke the rules and I didn't realize I was breaking the rules and I got axed. But yeah, just $7-hour live stream again, right? Yeah, I know, guy, I know. I don't know how it gets like that, but it gets like that because we're all just talking, you know what I mean? That's why right now a StreamYard actually would be cool, because it wouldn't be just my visual, it would be like, you know, a bunch of people. We could have what, up to 6 people in StreamYard? All showing how old the toys are, talking about all this old stuff. My first RC was made of stone. Oh man. Right, smash that thumbs up. Hit that like button. We got 9 right now, I think. Unless there's more. I probably If I refresh it or something, right? Shows more. Where are we here? Go to my videos. Library. Library. My videos. Hit that. We got 39, actually 39 thumbs up. That's not too bad. Well, I think we almost got close to a record of amount of people here at one time. Obviously, it like rotates, people jump in, jump out type of stuff. But I think the highest number of people we had at like one block or period of time was like 46 or 47. Metz probably remembers better than I do, because he usually keeps track of that. But today we had 42 at one point. That was crazy. I think when the stream like first started getting going, like probably around that 9:30 time, I think it got up to like 42 people. That was pretty crazy. Stretch Armstrong, that like button. Right. Your oldest car is 11 years old. Exceed buggy that I might turn into. Ooh. Riffraff. That actually sounds like it could be a thing, man. It's showing 40? What? 40 people? Thumbed up? So, well, that means somebody probably must have just done it, right? See, mine shows 39. Am I not doing it right? Yeah, no. See, mine shows 39. See? 39. Mine just doesn't update. That's what it is. Wow. Wow. Now, see, right here. Now, see, this is the cool stuff that we're talking about right here on the RC Guy Garage channel. This is that... It's I want to make sure that I'm not like revealing your name if it's not the same as your thing here. All right, so the name is actually the same, so I'm not doing anything bad, but check this out. This is that RC, the remote control RC that the Johnny Express that Bob Wells was talking about right here. That is nuts. And he said that he used to be able to ride on the back of that. That is crazy. You could take it apart and work on it. Remote control rig from 1965. That is nuts. And someone and like I said, I'm not gonna like reveal people's names, because that I don't try to do that, because some people don't use their real name. But on the RC Guy Garage site, this video was just posted up. This is a Sen Reaper. A Sen Reaper hitting a ramp. Sending the Sen Reaper. Oh, my dogs used to love chasing my RC cars too. My pup my chocolate lab, who's not with us anymore, he died 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago, something like that. Wow, I think is it almost going to be 3 years now? I think it's going to be 3 years coming up. Wow, that's crazy. 3 years. I think it's 3 years. Probably one of the best dogs I ever had. Obviously, I've had a number of dogs like throughout my entire life. And that's the crazy part. Like, there's a, you know how they have like those memes? They have a picture of a dog, and I think it's like a golden retriever. And it has obviously the dog looking not sad, but looking at you like you're the owner kind of thing, and and the thing with the memes or whatever. And it says something along the lines of I am just in your life, but you are my life. And I never thought about it like that. Like, a dog only lives, depending upon the breed, anywhere from like 8 years. Obviously some dogs die sooner, but anywhere from 8 years to like maybe 17 kind of years, something like that. So within your lifetime, if you really like, dogs or cats or whatever, you could have a bunch of them. And I've had a few dogs. Still have a few dogs. It never stops. I think this is it though. We had we had a cat. And I've always, since being born, I've always had something like a dog, cat type of deal. Birds too. I haven't had a bird in 15 years. But I've had dogs throughout I don't remember a time when I didn't have cats and dogs. Like from childhood, which is crazy. I don't know how long this is going to last for, but apparently it's not. It's having a hard time going on here. It looks like it's charging, but then it's not. 2%. It's got 2% power, so I don't know how long this is going to last for. Maybe I should just end the stream right where it is. I think it's on. Yeah, it's still there. Stay there. Don't touch anything. Right. I think it's going to die again. The charger that I'm using might be able to keep up with the massive amount of stream that this thing is doing. I'm surprised. It must register the device, because I tried to go on it with this one, but it won't switch over. So it'll probably end up dying again. Maybe if I switch to the other camera, it will be less load on it or something. Like if I switch to is that less load? I don't even know. I should probably end the stream then, because if this is going to crap out again, looks like we won't be doing no 7-hour stream. Why did it die? It still says it's 2%. I don't know. Bedtime is 4:40 a.m., right? I keep forgetting where you are. 4:40 a.m. it's bedtime. All right, RC Masters, good having you, man. Yeah, look at this. All of a sudden, my net speed indicator came up. This thing's flipping out. The phone is literally at 2% charging on a fast charge. Welcome back. Right. Welcome back, Connor. YouTube is not a big draw as long as you plug it in. It's not. It's been plugged in this entire time. Unless it's no, it's plugged in. If I switch to this one. Oh, I got an idea. If I switch this into just using this, maybe that'll work. It's the thing's literally on 2%. I've swallowed my head yawning. What? Yeah, I do. I actually have a couple of them. It's charged into a fast charging block right now. But if you touch the fast charge block, yeah, it's definitely into a fast charge block, but I've got this one too. So like on my bench, I've got one of those electric strips like underneath the front leading edge of the bench. And I've got, a bunch of fast charging like, sockets or whatever they are. Adapters. But I was also using an extra tether cord, like a USB extender. And I've also got it already on a 6-foot cord, so maybe that was the issue. But we're back. I gotta turn this around because I can't go looking at myself. Well, actually, you know what? To know whether if this is charging, still says it's 2% low battery. It's gonna dump out again. I don't know why this charger's not keeping up. This is a fast charger. This is also a fast charger right here. This one. I wonder if maybe the charger is junk. Does that make a difference? 2%. Sometimes the cable has to be connected to. Oh, what? That it has to be a fast charge cable? It's still saying it's 2%. I switched over to a different block to see if it would change. Earl has great content. Yes, he does. He definitely does. Good stuff. And he's obviously a fellow Californian, Bency. Why do I call you Bency? I crash both of your names together and call you Bency. Casey Bency, not Bency. All right, Casey, good seeing you, man. Thanks for stopping into the live. Have a good one. I might have to YouTube. Right. Yeah. Let's plug the phone into the stove. We'll supercharge. Hey, you know what was nuts, Earl? So obviously, testing out the stove, like trying to figure out what was going on with the magnetism and all that stuff, right? One of my tests, it's doing low battery again. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna survive. But I actually took a pan and I held it up over, not even touching the glass. It was probably about, I want to say, a good 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch away from the surface. And I just held the pan in my hand. Well, actually, I held it up like this so it was even. And I turned on the element and the pan was heating up. That's what's so nuts about magnetic like heating, like the induction heating. That's the stuff that's crazy about that. Justin O'Neill, what is happening, guy? You're super late. How are you? Dude, you missed all the action. We've been going for how long? We got almost 2 hours and 45 minutes coming up on that. Right. Wireless induction charging. Yeah. You could cook an egg on your wireless charger for your phone. Just put a pan on it. Yeah. Just take the phone. The only thing though, obviously it's designed to heat up. Take your phone and I wonder if it would wireless charge from the stove or would it explode the phone? So could an induction stovetop, that might be the next, hey, that might be a COVID and Coffee. Today on RC Guy Garage COVID and Coffee morning check-in, I'm going to take my Samsung Galaxy Note 8, and I'm going to place it on top of the stove and see if it can wirely charge it. It'll charge it like that, or it'll explode it. 3 feet up, right? Just kind of hold it up and over. It keeps saying low battery. This is going to dump out. No, actually, now it's charging. Now it's actually 3%. So we're gaining. We're gaining power. Let's hold the phone above the stove, see what happens. Yeah, why not, right? Could. I'm just afraid it would fry it. Wouldn't it fry it? Oh, it would probably destroy it. I'd be afraid. Because this is actually my actual phone that I use. I'd have to take the memory card out and everything just in case. All you guys know I had the Chernobyl, we actually called it the Chernobyl. The Note 7, right? I was one of the ones that the Note 7 exploded. Here. I'm not sure why I keep all the stuff, but I literally keep all the boxes. I don't have the phone anymore because Samsung wanted the phone back, even though it had exploded. Science Guy Garage. Right? I haven't opened up this box in a long time. I'm assuming the headphones are probably still in here. Look at that. Even the phone protector is still on there. I wonder if the headphones are in here. Wouldn't that be funny if the headphones are still in here? No, the headphones aren't in here, but whatever the heck that is. Oh, these are the, I think these are the replaceable pen tips. Yeah, replacement tips for the S Pen are still in the box. I think the headphones are actually still in the case upstairs. The manual is still in here. I don't know why I keep all my phone cases, but this was like a really cool box. This was before I was doing YouTube. Or right when I started doing YouTube, I don't remember. But this was actually a really good phone. Was a good phone until it became the literal Chernobyl right next to me on the couch. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think it would I don't think it would shut off. I literally feel like it would melt the components inside or something. Because we all know, like, when we wireless charge the phones anyway, they get hot or they get warm. Mine gets warm. That would be kind of interesting. Can an induction cooktop stove wirelessly charge? It would be supercharged. Can it wirelessly supercharge your phone? I say yes. I say it'll destroy the phone. Just sit the phone right on the glass, turn it on, the phone just jumps right off of the stove. Wireless charging at its finest. Wireless supercharging. You want to talk about supercharging? I'll show you how to do it right here on RC Guy Garage. Morning check-in. COVID and coffee. Might turn off. Yeah. I've found that the protection cases make them heat up extra or overheat if streaming and charging at the same time. Oh, you mean like this phone right here? So this phone actually is just sitting out in the open. It's actually at 4%. I don't know why. Maybe the charger needed a break. Because I do have it running. I do have it running now on a different charger. Right? Yeah, I've got it charging on that other charger. Maybe the charger needed a break. I don't know. Let's try the Zop Pops first. Yeah, I don't know if the Zop Pops will wirelessly charge. That could be dangerous. You know what, Earl? You're trying to get me in trouble, guy. I just fixed my wife's stove. I don't want to break it. Look at you giving me ideas. Next on RCI Garage, his wife beats him to death because he just used the stove as an experiment. Now it says it's 5%, so we're gaining. Finally gaining. Earl. Earl's doing call-outs right now. Zop Pops. Zop Pop crap packs. Yeah, my note, this one right here. This is like a thermal case, Venom, what you're talking about. This is like a thermal case right here. Surprisingly enough, even with that bumped out kickstand, because see how it's got the kickstand on the back there? Even with that bump out that's on that phone and how thick this case is, this is actually, so far, this has been the best case I've ever bought. I should do a review on this case. This has been the best phone case that I have ever bought. So, and I've had a bunch of them. The manufacturer of this case, just another name I can't pronounce. Whatever that says right there, that's the manufacturer for this case. And this case has been awesome. Still flexible. Has all the cutouts, all the buttons like work exactly how you'd expect. Here's what's crazy, right? This phone, which this is the part that I don't get. So this phone, I don't know if you can see all the cracks on it. See all the cracks on this glass? And then the nasty smash that's right there by the S Pen. Why didn't the back of the phone get destroyed? There is not one crack on the back side of this phone. And the back side of the phone is what got struck by the Traxxas Max. Why is there not one break on the back side? Just the front side got whacked. Does that mean that the front side glass is that much, like, junkier? That the back glass took an impact, but the front screen showed the damage? That's my son right there when he was at his shop. Extra long wires make it double the time to charge. Yeah. I think when I put on this wire is probably pointless. Like when it's not doing the live stream thing, I probably shouldn't have this little extra piece of wire on there. It probably doesn't help. But the 6-foot cable that I've got on here usually works, and it's actually taking a charge now. We're up to 6% now, so it might not be fast charging as good as it could. But this charger right here is usually the fastest charger for this phone. Focus. Doesn't know what to focus on here. It's not a cutting board, it's a stove. We can fix it for sure. Yeah, right. Right. Larry Mitchell, Earl was talking to you right there. Earl stirring the pot again. Yes, sir, he is. Earl loves to stir the pot. Come on. He's got witches. He has witches in his blood. Like, for real. Moorhead. You know the name, the last name. The back glass is stronger because it protects the battery. Front is weaker because of the intermittent sensors for temp and pressure functions. Wow. I guess that makes sense then, huh? But isn't that nuts, though? The back glass is what got the direct impact. Granted, it did have this case on it. So that maybe that helped. I don't know. Maybe it helped cushion it. Just the impact. It didn't pass the flex test. The emojis on this feed look like the annoying orange. Yes, sir, they do. But it looks like... Larry, did you post them up yet? Because obviously there's people on here that don't know what it looks like. Did you post up the pictures yet, or are you afraid? Because your wife watches your Facebook posts. She's like, Larry, honey, why does that look like my cutting board? Is that why you bought me those bamboo ones? I don't see you posting anything yet. Yeah, you didn't post it yet. I can't wait to see it, man. So he should hold it upside down on the stove? Right. Oh, my God. Just finished your DV Pro diffs. Glad I did. Right? Yeah, right, James. Exactly. So, James, since you're here, what did you end up going with? What did you end up going for a fluid weight? Did you do all three? Or did you just do like front, rear? Or what did you end up doing? All of them? Because just like most RCs, the diffs aren't going to be... For some reason, everybody thinks that the diffs should be like packed like all the way up to the top. But they really shouldn't be. It's kind of like the same thing with a vehicle. You don't want to overfill like any of the differentials for specific reasons. You know, that's why they have like specific fluid fill marks or whatever, wherever the fluid fill hole is. You usually don't want to go any higher than that, like, you know, jam extra fluid in it. Some people would go, oh, you know, if I tip back the rear end a little bit, I could fit more fluid in because the fluid would be all towards the back case. James George, Guy, what did you do? What did you end up using for weights? Yeah, definitely should check them out, man. Definitely. Yep. Mine's just been sitting there just waiting. Just waiting for me to get off my butt and totally disassemble it. Just finished changing out my Rustler 4x4 VXL shocks. Replace them all with old T-Max red ones. Extra clearance. Extra clearance, Clarence. That was that was something that I had mentioned about the DB Pro. I was like, when I take it apart, my intent is to find out, like, why is it so awesome? Like, why out of the box does it perform so awesome? What did they do to make it just be almost perfect? Like, what are we looking at? Oh, We are literally we actually hit the 3-hour mark. All right. Now shouldn't True Boys or something be on right now? Don't they go on at midnight or something? Tony, I think, is on. So Tony CCXRC is actually doing a live stream right now. He's got 47 people over there. Look at that, Earl. Look at how that works in the feed. So look who's first, right? We've got Tony first, and we got Earl second. That's pretty good. Driftomaniacs is third. And then South Main Auto Repair is fourth. Look at that. Even Chef Beardsley is right there. Oh, no. Tony had a 46 gigabyte corrupt video file. Oh, that's terrible. I've been there before. That's also what I've learned. Do not purge until you are done. Like, let's just say you do YouTube videos. Until you are completely done editing your video, don't get rid of your footage. Just don't do it. Learn from me. Learn from my mistakes. Just don't do it. Just wait. Just hold off. Make sure your video's done. Then purge. Or actually, make sure your video is fully loaded and scrub through it and make sure there's no issues. Then delete your footage if you want to delete it. Let's bum rush Tony's channel. All right. Well, what I'll do is I'll just end this live anyway, make it easy for everybody just to jump out of here anyways. All you guys just jump out anyway. But anyways, it's always good. The live stream's always good. You know, like I said, it's that hangout, kind of thing. Originally, for this live, we were kind of talking about, or the focus of this was just talking a little bit about Drag Bug. Just popped out the gear. I just obviously showed that I was a moron, and I thought it was 48 pitch, and it ended up shark finning. It ended up shark finning the 48 pitch pinion gear. We tried to swap out some tires. I believe this is going to possibly be, once I'm done pushing Drag Bug to its limits, this Kyosho Tomahawk, like I had originally said, this is actually going to end up being the next drag vehicle. And I think it'll handle it well. I really do. That thing ain't going to twist, man. There is, like, as far as an RC goes, there's minimal flex. I'm very happy with this RC. I'm very happy with its construction. We're obviously going to, probably swap out the rear end to something else. We'll leave the front end alone. I'll get a second bug body. That way it can be Drag Bug 2.0. Or actually, it could be Drag Bug version 2, kind of representing something like, something like Arma does, Earl. Like, V 1.5 or 2, but they don't really say whether if it's 1.5 or 2. They just say, oh yeah, it's the Kraton. It's the Kraton 8S, the one that doesn't bend. I don't know. All right, so I'm out of here. Everybody, thank you for coming to the live. We did have a couple of technical issues because apparently it just didn't want to charge right. We got Dio, Mitchell's RC, Earl Moorhead, Amped RC, Justin O'Neill, Rift to the Wrath, Amped is here, James George, Peter Ronzoni. Oh, Peter, I didn't even know you were here, man. I didn't even see that. What's going on? Venom is here. Mitchell, which is Larry. Changed his name. I think I said Kent's already, right? Kent's RC. And it looks like, I believe that might be it. Vince Vargas. Did I say Vince Vargas? I think that's it. It looks like that's just about it. Casey Benson stopped in for a little while. Casey usually will stop in while he's eating something just to say, hey, what's up? But again, don't forget COVID and coffee every morning. So we're going to be doing a COVID and coffee tomorrow. I'm going to shoot for 9 a.m. my time. So I'll probably, as I'm laying in bed to try to go to sleep, I'll have my phone and I'll be doing the thumbnail for COVID and coffee tomorrow morning. I just don't know what it's going to be on. Is it good? Am I really going to? I don't really want to try putting my phone on the stove. I'm sorry, Earl. I know you want to see it. I know you want to see my phone pop or my wife's stove get destroyed. But I'm not that rich guy. I don't have that kind of money. I can't just be blowing through phones and stoves. But I can have a dryer running in the background if you want. I could do that. I could set up a dryer episode from RC Guy Garage COVID and Coffee. Well, again, this was another good live. Like I said, thank you everybody for coming. It's definitely, like I say, it's always a blast. It's a good time. We like literally talk about nothing RC, right? And like I always say, like my channel, while the background is RC, and that's, like that's what my channel is now, RC Guy Garage. That's not what it was. It used to be What's Up Guy Garage, and that was literally just a channel about whatever, and that's how my channel will always stay. I don't have a focus. You know what I mean? RC is definitely fun. I definitely enjoy it. It's definitely a blast with the RC community that's here. Like I said, I definitely appreciate all you guys that show up. I definitely appreciate you guys as subscribers. You have no idea. It's wicked cool. It really is. Everybody gets, like I say, the best part of waking up is COVID in your cup. No, I was going to actually do that. My wife and I were literally going to do a duet of that song. The best part of waking up is COVID. Or actually, she didn't like that I was saying COVID in your cup. She said, you can't say that. She goes, all right, well, what do we say that makes it so that it sounds good? And I said, no COVID and your cup? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, but it just doesn't seem to flow. The best part of waking up is COVID in your cup, right? What's that song from? People should, right? Wind chimes, right? All right, so I am out of here. COVID and coffee tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Sharpish, something like that. I'm having a blast. All you guys come over my house pretty much. And my refrigerator does not get raided. So it's like a double bonus. So anyways, I'm out. Everybody, thank you for coming to this. It's not COVID and coffee, but everybody, thank you for coming to Shop Talk and Wrench. This was episode number 70. I really don't know what episode it is. I just restarted it right at 69 because 69 is my favorite number. So, all right, we're out. Again, thank you for coming. Be good to each other. Keep your hands clean. Maintain that social distance still. You got to wear a mask. Wear a mask. Don't worry about, don't worry about losing your coolness factor. You're always going to be cool no matter what, whether you wear a mask or not. And what you potentially could be doing is saving somebody else's life, because if you've got COVID and you don't know it and you're spreading it to somebody, you're going to feel really bad if something really bad happens to somebody else. So anyways, all right, I'm out. I'm going to end it right here. Do you want to start the stream? And like I say, I really don't, but I probably should. Go watch Tony. We'll see you later. Bye, guys.